Hello there, Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. What? Yes, it's me, Joey. This is the RPG I'm going to be playing now. I've heard good things about it. I basically know nothing of it, so we'll see how it goes. I'm playing with these options on, so I want tutorial on and I want detective on, so that I can see things that I can interact with, because I am not good with my eyeballs. Everything else should be fine as it is. I made the text bigger too so that I can read it easier, but if it's too big I'll make it smaller again. Right, so we're going new, and my archetype. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done but dumb as a rock. Let's create my own. Yes. Okay, so how emotionally intelligent am I? Weak. How strong am I? Weak. How my senses. My senses are not good. But my intellect is very high. Let's go 5232. I think that's fine. Yes. I realised I've put it on 1440p. I need to be putting it on 1080p so I can actually see the bottom of the screen. But that's fine. So, select your signature skill. The skill you select will gain a +1 bonus. Additionally, for learning cat, for every skill of the same type will be raised by 1. So, logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama. I think I want drama because I am very good at lying. Why am I? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Right, and then all the intellects can also go up to 6. Why not just double down on the thing you're already good at, right? Yeah, so I'm going to change the resolution, which is going to be a bit fucky, but that after the whatever cutscene. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Yeah, if they're speaking, I'm not going to skip it and I'm going to let them speak, so...
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Okay, I'll just keep on non-existing then.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things for people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
So okay. Easy is 8, and I rolled an 8. Fear and apprehension, you should ask what's out there. Wait, I did this to myself?
Yes. Your one disco mother.
Tell me, what's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about, what's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Well, I would say that's a shame. That we have to feel like we have to do that to succeed.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You lost.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna open my eyes. I'm going to try and avoid going mental, although it's probably not going to happen. Ugh, what happened last night? Okay, see, yes, I like the things that go glowy when I can interact with them. So far I'm always using just the mouse. Let me take my disco ass blazer.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
I'm going to try and grab the tie.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
I'm going to grab my chest.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Okay, I'll pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Let me grab the tie again.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade.
So I rolled a 6 on the dice, modifiers +3, and I have 2 in savoir-faire, so I got 11. Okay.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Okay, let me pull on the light bulb.
Terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Bring it on.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
Okay, so I'm photosensitive. That's fine. I thought he was just hungover. Hold tab to highlight. Ah. Okay. I see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liquors. Or liqueurs. Let's take my shirt. Let's have a look in the mirror.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this
Okay.
not the same Elon that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things?
So I'm good at conceptualization.
Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
So I tried to drink myself to death. And then we wiped the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I don't care. If I hurt myself, it's what I do.
Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
It's the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Nah.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
It's an expression of pain.
You are correct.
Let me try to dig into my mind to locate the source of the expression.
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Okay.
For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million.
I don't know what that means.
If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Guillaume le Million.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Okay. I feel they need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice canema.
How long ago was the new?
Some 20-odd years. There
Right.
is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
So I adopted it. Why?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Yeah, I'd need to roll a 12. Because, right, let me think. 1 over 12, or 1 over 6 is 0.16666, so 16%. 1 over 12, therefore, should be, what, 0.088888? Or something like that. So it'd be like... So maybe I have 2 rolls that work for this, but not many. I'm going to leave it be for now. I'm definitely not going to succeed, so why try? Oh, I can use the WASD to move. I thought it would be like mouse operated only. Give me trousers on. There you go.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Okay, let me get them
It
out.
says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Okay, so I can get out. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Take me shoes. Or a shoe. Where's me the shoe? This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Just completely empty. I smashed a window.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Let's assess the damage.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Let's assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Like a bowling ball or something like that.
The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with
I threw my
force.
shoe out the window.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I've decided that I'm going to try and sober my character up. No more drinking. Unless they make me drink. I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm going to use my logic. I'm going to become healthier. Through pure cognition. Right, I should go and get that shoe.
Cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
I've got to get my shoe back. Right, the fan's done. It's the medicine cabinet. Is this a way out, or... Right, let's hang on. Let me just change my resolution so I can see everything that's going on real quick. 1920 by 1080. Confirm. Then make sure this is still transformed to fit the screen properly. Yes. Alright, now I can see the bottom of the screen. I couldn't see this before. I've got one shoe. No gloves, no glasses, no hat. Nothing in my held items. I've got a key. The key to room 1. My journal, I've got to find my other shoe. And the map, there's no information yet. My thought cabinet. I don't know what any of this means yet, so... Oh, this is everything that I can learn about in the game. And the more I learn about them, I might be able to internalize the memory. And if I internalize the memory, then something good might happen. Right, let's walk out here. Excuse me. Open the door. Ah, I can run now.
Hello, officer.
Hello. The calendar says March the year is 51. How you doing?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Miss Aranahe Disco
A
Dancer.
silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Then why did you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
Okay, and she thinks she takes a drag on a cigarette all this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
I'm not going to try and sleep with her as the very first thing I do. Let me get some points in suggestion first, okay? No. Also, I don't think she would want to. I am a haggard old drunk. Right. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
No, fair enough. Well, I don't remember being a cop or anything else.
Could it be because of the drinking?
Okay. She raises an eyebrow, the cigarette sizzles. I might not know where I am or who I am or what a Capri Kanima is. How I know what one's... Or what... Yes, how I know what one sounds
She
like.
nods.
But I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case?
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
And why didn't you just tell me that?
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
I should get going now.
Of course. Be
she
careful,
puts out a cigarette.
officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
Bye. Looks like she left a long, nice stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Yeah, smoking. It's a no-go. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper, Trompe le Monde. Now,
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
Because she broke it at the filter, I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Well, I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them.
I can have the thought as long as I don't smoke.
Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Great. You need to get your hands to the cigarettes and then smoke them for those massive bonuses. Find a pack, put it in your hand, equip it to your head, and then the smokes will do the rest. I'm not going to smoke. I'll have to live with my life having that quest option there. There's something on the table. I mean, although the way to get me to do something is to give me fat bonuses and XP, so it's working. Well, I'm going out on the balcony to try and get my shoe back. Don't be afraid to say weird things because people are more forgiving of police officers. Let's check. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Green snakeskin
There
shoes.
they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet
Fantastic.
like two baby crocodiles.
Wait, do these not look like normal cop shoes?
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Fantastic news. I'd love to hear it. Hello? The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Okay, let's get back inside before I vomit. I don't want to shit myself. Or excrete massive amounts of chunks from my mouth. If I can help it. Like, that's someone else's room. I'm not going in there. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Is it strange? Like, you don't remember anything about yourself? I'm a very boring guy. I'm going to play this like a good cop. And I'm going to sober up. If I can. Because Some people are beyond saving, though, so I might not be able to save myself. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio, the music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
But what should I sing when it comes to
You
it?
have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one.
Exactly.
You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Cool. I will sing some karaoke. I will do that. I don't want to steal people's things. It's a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. A soft purr of an electric juicer comes with the kitchen. Someone is working. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Hello, Chief.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all that time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
He looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
He shrugs.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
She just... what?
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
Look at the
A
bird.
competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Okay.
This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors, where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Alright then, dickhead. Trying to turn a new leaf over here. So I drink myself into a stupor for 3 days and suddenly I'm a bad guy. Sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for union members, doors open at 1600. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Hello.
Hello, sweetie.
Hi.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. Okay. I want to speak to you, Lena. You have world knowledge, and I need to learn knowledge to become stronger. And less of an alcoholic. The door is bolted. A sign reads, Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Okay. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. No drink. No drink. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a
On the
tree.
counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Okay, I'm not going to wake him up. just going to steal his pain medication and then leave. You know, you don't want to take too many pain meds, it'd fuck you right up. I'm doing him a favour.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Hello, Kim.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
What's going to shake his hand?
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
I guess so.
You realize he is waiting for your name.
I'm going to invent a name for myself.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Fuck's sake, I conceptualize the idea of a name, not what my name is. That's the problem with being too intelligent. I've logically went left and I should have went right. Okay, I don't really know my name.
Okay then.
He processes the information but disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him, not the cafeteria manager? Yeah, just talk to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's
I'm
case.
going to be honest. I'm a fucked up man, and I'm going to try and get better.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Let's get going then.
After you, officer.
Inspect the victim's body, interview the cafeteria manager.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
I'm going to do proper police procedure. Tell them I lost my badge and... Hello.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
She looks at the lieutenant.
The lieutenant nods politely.
They say Lou, we say left.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I had once, but then I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
I'm going to stop winking. Fucking get over it.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry.
She smiles gently, paying no heed to the inexplicable winking.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Esprit de corps. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. I hope you're right, and I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s.
The new disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Her eyes are filled with light reflecting off those gilded years when the city seemed full of
Much
possibilities.
has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Kind green ape pen.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own.
I don't think there was a right
what
answer.
democracy we have is market-driven.
I think all of them are wrong, but that's fine.
Meaning, buying is voting.
I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
There's no government. How come there's cops?
Oh dear.
She shakes her
And
head,
we're
suddenly
doing
very
so
worried.
well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
I want to hear what you have to say, though.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
What does that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Okay, who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Thank you, Lena. You really helped me. It's either Lena or Lena. I'm not sure. Yes. I'm very happy with that. Hello, friend. I'm back.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
The lieutenant glances into his little
You
notebook.
run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. What is golden orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out. What is golden orange and smells like liquor?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Right.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
3.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need
It's
directions.
3.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right then, questions. I got this.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
How dare you?
Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Okay, where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Okay, and why did Sylvie go away?
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, before I asked you where she went. Now I'm asking you why she left.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
thank you.
The lieutenant says. He opens his notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Didn't go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
It's all relevant. Everything's relevant. Depends on the frame in which you look at the problem. Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
I knew it was a stupid question.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Before you said they hoisted him on a tree, who do you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Which means the dock workers almost certainly didn't do it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this
I
man?
would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
I have another question.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
That's all.
Let's go.
Not so
Sweet.
fast. You owe me 130 real.
What's Real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic
The
accent.
IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you some money?
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment
You're under arrest.
130 real.
He points to the red ledger on the counter. What exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
No, I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
What if I don't have any?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't have a home.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
The man wants to say something, then thinks better of it. Okay.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
As I said, I don't think I have one.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know, near? South, maybe?
You don't really know, do you?
I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless?
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Okay, I gained a thought. Lonesome long way home. Factual memory returns. I'm going to try and learn that. I'm going to try and find out where I live. I'm sure not everything is as useful as everything else, but... He pointed to the west. Does he mean this west? Or does he mean relative west, which means I don't know which direction I'm in? Let's zoom out all the way. As far out as I feel comfortable zooming, which is about this far. Right, and I'll see you guys next time when we get our investigation on. See you then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.